We're going to talk about being productive today. So in this video, I'm going to give you some spots in real life that you can go ahead and go to and get some work done, or if you need to just relax, you need to clear your mind. A couple of things before I get into the video. You want to make sure you're respecting these places. When you go there, you want to respect the rules. You want to keep the place clean. You don't want to be loud. You want to make sure you clean up after yourself. Please be respectful to any of these public areas that you are going to, because it's open to the public for a reason and you want to take care of your community. Number two, when you go to these areas, I will suggest you to have your own Wi-Fi. So for example, you want to be on your own data instead of using the public Wi-Fi. You can use the public Wi-Fi, but the problem with that is there's a lot of sketchy people out here and you don't want them to get your information. So if I were you, I would just use my mobile data and use your hotspot. Now, the third thing, these areas that you're going to go to, I would go during the off-hour seasons. So what I mean by that is you want to go when it's like not peak at all. You want to go when there's going to be the least amount of people, just so you could be more focused on developing yourself and being a better person. The number one spot I have for you is community colleges. A lot of college campuses are open to the public. Usually you do not have to be a student to go inside of there, just to go sit down, just, rest real quick and open up your computer, plug it into the wall and get some work done. Whether you're working on a job application, you're working on your resume, you're working on a side hustle you have, your YouTube channel, whatever it is, you can go to any usually college campus that is public, that is a community college, and get work done. I have seen people come in there with just a laptop. I have seen people come there with no backpack. I have seen people come in there with the backpack and they were actually students. So that is one area you want to go to and just have a peace of mind. You just want to be calm, cool, relaxed. And there's many different places in the colleges. So for example, you can be outside, you can be in a cafe, you can be a lot in the lobby, you can be in many different areas. But like I said, number one, respect the rules. Number two, clean up after yourself. And number three, do not be loud and obnoxious at all. Now, I know some of you are wondering, like, why am I making this video? And the reason is I haven't seen nobody really talk about it on YouTube, like places that you can go to and just have a peace of mind and just be by yourself and not really be bothered with other people. So that's why I'm really making this video. But let's get into number two. The second spot I have for you are bookstores, the seating area. A lot of bookstores out there. You have mom and pop, or you have like Barnes and Noble and stuff. You can literally walk into any bookstore, grab a book, go sit down and get to work. You can pull out your laptop, your tablet, whatever, and you can just get work done in that bookstore. And it is going to be a little bit noisy because some people do read out loud, but you're able to work there and no one's really going to bother you. A lot of bookstore people, they just do their job, or they might walk by you and ask you, hey, what book are you reading? And that's really it. But you're able to work on whatever you need to. And like I said, you can connect to the Wi-Fi, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I would prefer you to use your own Wi-Fi. But usually just if they have a password set to it, just say, hey, do you know the password here? 9 times out of 10 people who work at bookstores, they're very kind people. They're like, hey, the password is blah, 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 blah. And then you just log into that Wi-Fi and you're able to use it. But like I said, that's very risky. Do it at your own risk. Now, another area that you can go ahead and get work done is a public park. Everyone kind of knows this, but let's just say you're a YouTuber. You can legit record at a park. Like I have done that before. I'll just go to a park, parking in the back area where there wasn't a lot of people playing or making noise, and I'll just pull out my phone, pull out my camera, and I'll just start recording a YouTube video. So that's another place. And if you are outside, you want to make sure that you have a windbreaker protection for your microphone, because it gets really windy and all you hear is crackle crackle inside of the mic. So be careful if you're outside in a lot of areas, because you got to remember the weather. That is one thing you really want to think about. If you are going to be outside, like, is it going to rain today? Is it going to be really hot? Is it going to be really cold, etc.? Always keep that in the back of your mind when you do go to these public areas. Now, the fourth area I have for you, it is going to be kind of loud because it's a big area where a lot of people are going to be shopping, but you can also try the mall. Some malls are big enough where they have outdoor seating, but a lot of times people don't sit outdoors, they sit indoors. So yes, that is another area. Let's say you have a book assignment you got to do, or you're writing a book, or you're just doing something productive. You can go inside the mall. And you can usually get ideas too, like, looking at different people, looking at different cultures, looking at different stores, if you're like an author or something, you know what I mean? So the only issue with that is it's going to be a little bit loud, because you're going to have people running around with their family, their friends, talking, giggling, laughing, and making jokes, and it's just going to be a lot of noise. So if you're a person who cannot focus, I wouldn't recommend this area, but I just want to give you guys different scenarios and different areas where you could go ahead and sit and have a good time. Now, another public area, let's just say you want to have a chill day, you just want to relax, and you want to watch YouTube health growth videos or something like that. You can go to plazas, or you can go to like your town squares and just sit on one of the benches. You'll be outside, you know, you'll hook up to your data on your phone. You just sit on one of the benches, and they usually have like covers, like over covers, so if it does rain or pour, you'll be protected, and you'll just watch videos there or jot down some notes or whatever you want to do. And that is another public space that you can use. I have seen people like that, especially travelers, like they'll be there with like their backpack, and they'll be there with their bicycle or whatever, and they'll sit there, they'll plug their phone in like one of the outlets, because they usually, at least where I live in Florida, they'll have outlets, and you'll go ahead and just sit there for 2-3 hours, and you'll wait for like the rain to pass over to, if it is raining, or you know, if you just want to relax your legs, because what if somebody is a backpacker or something, or you know, bicyclist, and they're just doing a tour around and they just want somewhere to sit. There you go. You can use a plaza, or you can use one of your town squares, the bench area, and have a little nice relaxing day right there. Now, speaking of bikes, you can also use bike trail benches. There's a lot of trails over here in Florida, and they'll literally have a bench and they'll have a trash can every couple of miles or so, and you can legit sit there. I have seen people sit there, and I actually have this one sad story. I seen this guy there one time, and he was crying over something, and I felt very bad for him. I did not go up to him and talk to him, but I really did at the moment. But I was on this trail, and I was just passing by real quick because, you know, I was just exercising, and I felt bad, but you can tell he was thinking. And I remember when I came to do the second lap around the trail, I did not see him, and I still think about that guy. So that is one area, even if you do need to cry, or you do need to just have a moment, and you kind of don't want people seeing you, or maybe you need somewhere to rest because you just don't care, I would definitely look out for trails, walking trails or bike trails. Usually it's mixed. Like the trail that I went on, it was mixed, so you can have bikes and you can have pedestrians, but they always have a bench or two where you can just go ahead and catch a breather. Now, the next public area that I have is beaches. Everybody know about beaches. You can literally go there and just watch the water. That's what I do personally, and it's kind of like meditation a little bit, but I really don't go there to meditate. I just go there to jump in the water and have a great time. I'm telling you, just listening to the water and just seeing the waves go in and out, and just looking at the sand, you know, when the sand change colors, it's really a peaceful thing, at least for me. Like, my brain is calm and smooth, and I really don't think about a lot of things when I'm at the beach. I just love being in the water and just relaxing. I'm like, oh man, this is beautiful. And where I'm at in Florida, we have so many different beaches. You can legit travel to like 4 beaches in 20 minutes. Definitely, if you have a beach where you live, I would go there, give it a shot. Just walking on the sand bare feet and just sitting there and just having a peace of mind is an amazing feeling. And let's say you don't like water, let's say you don't like the beach, even if you go to the beach in your car, right, and you have some homework to do, or whatever you want to do, you can legit just stare at the water, stare at the sunset, just feel the breeze hit you. If you open your car doors and you just wind the window down or something, you can feel that breeze from the water just come towards you, and it's one of the most peaceful feelings ever. So definitely do not sleep on that. If you are in the city and you can get to a beach or something, get to the nearest beach. I'm telling you, it is awesome. Now, another public area, a lot of you are going to make fun of me for saying this word, and I have said it in many different videos, but I'm going to go ahead and say it again for all the new people. And when you go to this place, you can really work on yourself. And what I mean by work on yourself, you can apply to so many jobs at this place. You can watch so many videos at this place. You can do puzzles at this place to test yourself. You can play chess. Usually they'll have like board games. But a public library, you know what I'm trying to say. A lot of you make fun of me in the comments for that, but yes, that place, a public library, is awesome. Like, you can do so much things there. All the research you could do there, you could jot down notes, you could put it in your phone, you could record it on your phone. They have nice Wi-Fi. Usually the Wi-Fi is very safe there, and it works. That's probably one of the safest and best areas to have a peace of mind and to get some work done. But it does close, you know, usually like on a holiday as well. So you have to be very careful, because some of them close early. They close at like 4, 5, 6 o'clock p.m., you know, and for us, it's like, oh man, you know, why you can't stay open until like 10 at night? But you got to understand they have workers there and they have a life as well. So yes, most libraries cannot be open until late. So make sure you plan that into your day. And the last area I talked about a lot too in other videos, but cafes, coffee shops. But you want to make sure you buy at least one thing, even if it's a cookie for like $1.75, or if you buy a drink. But the reason why I'm saying that, you can write down your life goals. You can journal in there. You know, when you go to these places, you can literally have a peace of mind. You can talk to people, or you can just work on yourself. And when you work on yourself there, no one's really going to bother you. But you can set goals. Like in 2026, what do you want your goals to be? That's perfect. You go to a cafe, you go into the corner where it's just you and no one's really going to bother you, and you just write write down, you know, journal. You could just reflect on your life. You could make a story. You know, that's actually pretty funny. A lot of authors or people who like wrote very good books, they were like, yeah, I was just sitting in like a coffee shop, or I was sitting in a bakery or a cafe, and all of a sudden this thing popped into my head. And that's how they make a lot of these books nowadays. So you never know, you might be the next author coming up. But I just wanted to make this video. Like I said, I never really seen it on YouTube, people giving you public places where you can just go sit down and think about life, reevaluate your life, fix your life. Everyone's kind of just like, yeah, hustle, 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 but everyone doesn't have a safe space. And the reason why I know this is because I actually had a coworker say to me, he was like, home is not home, like there's nothing to do at home. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, that's why he preferred to be at the job and sometimes sleep in his car at the job. And I'm just like, that's kind of strange, you know? So that's what motivated me to make this video. There's many different public areas out here, safe spaces that you can sit and do something with your life. You don't just have to be in one area, you know. I mean, your home should be comfortable, and I know a lot of you are gonna be like, hey, why you don't make videos in your home? I have a big family, dude. That's the truth. I just have a big family. There's a lot of noise at my house, and I can't really focus there and make videos there. So I'm just giving you a lot of different areas that you can go to in real life and just go ahead and start producing something, start doing something with your life, you know. 2026, we got to make sure that we're going further and further in life and we're doing good. But thank you so much for watching. I'm telling you, more advanced videos are coming, so just stick around. You're going to see. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Remember, Jesus loves you. I love you. Make sure you stay humble. Make sure you stay positive. Please make sure you stay safe out there, and peace out.